How y'all doing today? This is Terry Sims with Truth Ministries, bringing you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. All right, folks. First, let me tell y'all a little bit about myself, since this is my first video that I'm doing for my new ministry that I'm starting up with, which is Truth Ministries. If y'all watching this video, please go like the page. There's going to be a lot of good information out there, a lot of stuff that I'm going to be putting out there to help y'all with y'all's own spiritual journeys, and help y'all get y'all to the right place, and give y'all the right information, so y'all have the right information, so y'all can apply this information into y'all lives. All right. So basically, basically, I started out in the Baptist church as at a young age, like most people do. Grew up in Christianity, but once I became older and started studying the Bible for myself, I started to realize that it was certain things in the Bible that didn't really make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? I'm a very logical person, so when 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 2, that kind of concerns me. So what I did was I started researching for myself. I started studying everything. But like they say, when you take one step to God, He takes two to you. Okay? So the more I studied, the more I learned, the more that this energy that is the universe has taken over me. Okay? Nothing about me is the same. You know what I mean? 10 years ago, me 10 years ago is nothing compared to what I am now. I don't even think the same. I don't act the same. I don't move the same. I'm a total different person. And it's because of this spirituality. It's because of the universe, and it's because of the energy that is moving through me. And it's because of this energy that I'm making this video. Because once you understand, it's your obligation to teach this information to everybody else, so they can at least understand as you do, and we can all move on to the next level of consciousness together. Each one teach one. The student will become the master if when you're dealing with me. This ain't about one person knowing more than another. I hope somebody sees this video and relates to it and has some more information for me. You know what I mean? Come download with me and let me know some new information. I love to learn. You know what I mean? This ain't about no ego trip. This ain't about me trying to defeat Christianity. This ain't about none of that. This has nothing to do with any of that, actually. What I'm just trying to do is trying to give y'all the true understanding of this spirit thing we call spirituality, so y'all can change y'all lives, as I think I have changed mine. All right, so that being said, let's get into it. All right. The title of this video is A Christmas Story, a study on the true meaning of Christmas for deeper understanding and spiritual growth. All right, first topic of our conversation will be the Christmas tree. All right, why do we put a pine tree in our homes, and what does it have to do with the birth of Christ? Have any of y'all ever thought about that? Like literally, like have y'all ever thought about why a Christmas tree? Why do y'all take a pine tree and put it in your house? What does it have to do with Christ? Now, once I get through this, I promise you it has something to do with Christ. All right, even if you don't understand, I'm gonna try to give you a clearer understanding of what it means. But the Christmas tree is a symbol. Okay, it's a representation of you, of you. You're very it's a representation of you, of what you can become, your highest potential. Okay? The Christmas tree is representation of divine consciousness. All right? As is all these other symbols. It is the representation of the perfect being, the righteous man, or the God man. Okay? As you can see, in the Vatican, they have a big pine cone sitting right in the middle. Why is the pine cone sitting in the middle, and what does it have to do with a Christmas tree? Well, basically, it's because the pine cone, well, I don't want to go there yet. I'm not going to go that far yet. I just want y'all to look at this imagery in this picture. As you see, the Pope right here has a pine cone on his staff. You see what I'm saying? The staff of Osiris has a pine cone at the top. All right? Even your own medical symbol, the symbol that we use for the medical field, is exactly the same as the rest of this stuff. All of it represents the same thing: divine consciousness, the perfect man, or the Christ consciousness. All right, let me break this down for you. All right, the pineal gland. Okay, it's a tiny pine cone shaped gland in the center of your brain that looks like a pine cone. All right, and that's pretty much why you actually use the pine tree. It's because of the pine cone and its resemblance to the pineal gland. Okay. Also, the pine tree is evergreen, which means it's everlasting. It also represents everlasting life. All right, that's one aspect, but we got to understand what this pineal gland is first. All right, and why is this so important? It's because the pineal gland is what receives. Okay, the ancients used to call it the eye of Horus. Okay, or the eye of Haru, or the third eye. Okay. What it is it's actually is an eye. It has all the physical makeup of an eye. Okay, it has a lens. It has retina. It has all that. Okay, and it's in the center of your brain. But it doesn't see as your eyes see. What this gland does is it sees the spirit. Okay, it sees the universal consciousness. It receives a signal from the universe and it projects that signal throughout your body. Okay? So, let's see what Christ says about it. In the Bible, it says, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be filled with light. Okay? This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 22. This is Christ saying this. But what is he talking about? Okay? He's talking about the third eye, the pineal gland. The pineal gland is, like I said, it receives a signal from the universe, all right? And it distributes that message throughout the body. Now, if you were to activate your pineal gland, because right now, a lot of people, well, pretty much everybody on this earth's pineal gland is dormant, okay? A lot of ours in the United States is calcified because of the fluoride they put in the water, and plus us brushing our teeth with the fluoride. Fluoride calcifies your pineal gland, okay? And they want it to be calcified because they do not want your pineal gland to be active, because if it's active, they will not be able to control you, okay? Because it gives you the universal consciousness. This is like a satellite. Think about it like a satellite, okay? Receiving data from the universe, all right? And pushing that data throughout your body. All right. And this is why it's doing this while it's not active. All right. When it activates, it operates at 1,000 times higher. All right. Which means it sends signals throughout your bodies 1,000 times higher than its normal rate when it's active. Think about the tongue of a snake and when it flickers. That's how the pineal gland opens and closes. It flickers like the tongue of a snake. That's why on the Egyptian, if you look at any pharaoh, you see the snake coming out the center of his forehead on his headdress. It's because that's what it's representing, your pineal gland. And the tongue sticking out the mouth is the pineal gland flickering its tongue. Or being active. Okay, that's what that's representing. It meant that every pharaoh that sat on the throne of Egypt or Kemet was spiritually active. They were operating with divine consciousness, okay, or the Christ consciousness. All right, and it's very important to understand what the Christ consciousness is, because it is a signal that we are actually receiving from the sun right now, that is giving us a vibration that is creating that is actually creating us. It is the vibration that's creating everything around us. It's the vibration that keeps all us together. It is us. Okay? I'm not going to go too deep into that, but to anybody that actually wanted to find more information about what I'm talking about, go study the 7 rays, study astrology. It's a whole bunch of different ways that you can gain this information. I'm going to go into this in other videos, but right now this video is pretty much about Christmas, so I'm not going to go all into depth with that. But we're going to basically get down to the basis of what Christmas is about. Right now we're talking about the tree. And like I said, the tree is representing your pineal gland, divine consciousness. It is the signal that we receive from the universe, okay? And what our job is to connect with that signal. We have to get our bodies to start vibrating on that universal consciousness, on that universal vibration. All right. And your pineal gland is what allows us to do that. All right. This is how it's done. All right. All right. You got to understand what Christ is first. All right. The word Christ it comes from a Greek word called Christos. Okay. Which also translates to the Messiah. All right. But both these terms mean the holy oil. All right. Or the sacred oil. It is the oil that comes from what is called your claustrum. Okay. It's a chamber in your cerebrum called the claustrum that secretes an oil every 30 days that comes down your spine. Okay. And it's called your spinal fluid or your cerebral fluid, your cerebral spinal fluid. And it comes down your spine, negatively charged. And it sends signals all throughout your body as it comes down and let your different cells know what to do and know how to act, your immune system. It controls a whole bunch of different systems in your body. Now, what your job is to positively charge this energy when it comes down. Because it comes down every 30 days. But what is going on right now in most of our bodies is it's coming back up negatively charged just as it came down. We have to positively charge our energy to activate our pineal gland. How do we do this? We do this by pretty much aligning. Well, let me go back because we're not ready to go there yet. But we do this by, a lot of people know, by aligning your chakras. But I'm going to go into how to do all that in just a second. But that's pretty much how you do. You have to align. You have to pretty much purify your body. Purify your body and your mind. You have to act with righteous thought. Pretty much when you go do anything in life and you know that something you're about to do is wrong, choose to do right. Consciously choose to do right instead of doing that wrong. Okay? That's all it takes. It's the choice of doing right instead of doing wrong. It's picking positivity over negativity. Because what a lot of people don't know is your brain is powerful. Your brain has the power to manipulate this universe. But you got to understand how it works. And your brain can charge. Everything that comes out your body is either, as a vibration, is either a positive vibration or a negative vibration. Okay? If I say I love you, that can be considered a positive vibration. If I say I hate you, you ain't shit, of course you're going to take that negatively. You see what I'm saying? I have put negative energy into the universe by saying that. And it's deeper than that, but that's pretty much what it's about. It's about regulating what we say, what we do, how we act, how we live. If we're not doing this, we're not serving the spirit, we shouldn't be doing it. If we're not serving our higher selves and instead of our lower selves, we shouldn't be participating in it. You see what I'm saying? Because this physical world is going to pass away. The spirit is only going to be the thing that's living. You see what I'm saying? And your soul, that's what the pineal gland is. It's the seat of the soul. It is where the soul lives. The soul is a form of energy, though. The soul is not an actual physical thing. It's a physical thing because it's light energy, but it's not actually can be seen or held. Okay? It's not something that can be held in your hand. And it's housed in your pineal gland. Now, when your pineal gland activates, it shoots out a signal throughout your whole body that activates all your dormant brain cells. Okay? Every brain cell or every cell that is dormant in your body will reactivate and it will give you perfect health. Okay? You will be vibrating on such a level that you won't even be able to hold a physical state anymore. You will be vibrating so high that you'll be in an energy state. You'll be on a whole nother level of evolution. You'll be considered what would be an angel or a light body or a Buddha. You see what I'm saying? And if you go research light bodies and angels and people transform, it's 160,000 documented cases of people transforming into their light body, by the way. If anybody wanted to go research it, research the 160,000 people that actually transformed into light energy. And it's by purifying their body. It's by activating that pineal gland. Think about it like this. Think about it like a caterpillar. Okay? Think about yourself as a caterpillar. Okay? Every caterpillar does not know that it's a butterfly. Just like we don't know that we are light beings. We don't know this. But by doing this, by aligning our chakras and turning our bad qualities into virtues, into good qualities, we become God-like. Our pineal gland activates and it transforms us. Okay, it transforms our body into a pure state. This is what it means to be saved. Okay, this is the process of being saved. It's when you're washed in the blood. The blood is the Kundalini energy. Them two snakes is going up and down the spinal cord. That is the blood. That is the energy of Christ. Okay? That's what you have to wash your pineal gland in that. And it has to be active. It has to be energized. Okay? By taking your sexual energy, by storing up your sexual energy and then turning it up and pushing it up into the higher region of your mind instead of pushing it out through the hole in your penis. You see what I'm saying? You have to direct that energy up, and by doing that, it directs, it activates your pineal gland. It activates it, and I know I didn't say that quite right, but I hope y'all get my meaning by what I'm saying. But basically, it is the Christ. This energy is the Christ. Okay? It's the energy that's working through you right now. You feel it. A lot of people get the Holy Ghost on Sunday, every Sunday. You see what I'm saying? They just accessing that energy. They're just touching, they just acknowledging that feeling that all of us feel. All of us feel because it's real. It's a signal that we are actually receiving from the sun. It's the love vibration. It's what creates your heart chakra. Okay? Let's go here. Your heart chakra would be this green one right here. All right? Now you see, it's like midway in the body. All right? And then you got 3 higher ones and 3 lower ones. Now, what most of us are doing, we're operating in our lower minds or our lower self. All right? And these 3 chakras. All right? Vanity, self-esteem, pleasure, sexuality, embodiment, grounded. Really, this one is about survival. The root chakra is about your basic survival mode, the things that you need, the things that you do in life to survive. That's what your root chakra is. But what we have to do is we have to be vibrating on a higher level. We have to be vibrating with love in our heart, okay? We have to, what love in your heart actually means is unconditional love, all right? We can understand that people ain't right at all in this world, but we shouldn't hate those people, okay? We should understand that those people are sick and need help and need our help to make it to their own better selves, okay? It's about understanding that everything in creation has a purpose. Everything. Your dog, your cat, everything. Nothing, you should take nothing for granted and take nobody's life. Not even a fish. Not nothing should you kill. It's because, would you kill yourself? And that's the type of love you're supposed to have for everything. If you wouldn't kill yourself, you shouldn't kill nothing else. You wouldn't kill yourself because you love yourself and you don't want to die. You shouldn't want anything else to die either. I know a lot what I'm saying is going over a lot of people's head, but it is what it is. I know I probably didn't even say it right, but hey, that's how it's coming out me today. All right, so basically, what you have to do is just like this diagram right here. You have to allow that energy to move back up to your pineal gland and activate it. And it activates, it connects you with a signal, okay, that we are seeing. Think about it like a TV. This is the best analogy I can give you. Think about it like a television, one of them old school televisions that we had when we was kids, that we used to have to actually go up to the TV and change the channel ourselves. Think about it like that, all right? Think about your mind as a television, all right? And your soul is the antenna to that television. Now, your personality or your consciousness is the knob on that television, all right? Now, we all know that these signals are actually do exist, and they are carrying the signals. Right now, the reason that you can see me talking on this video is because of these same signals that I'm talking about. What I'm telling y'all is it's another signal out there, You can't see it the same way you can't see these television signals. You can't see it, but it is there. What we have to do is adjust our personalities to that signal. We have to match that signal. And when we match that signal, we become like that signal. That's what becoming Christ-like it means. It's taking on the personality of Christ by aligning our signals, by aligning our chakras, which is our energy centers that's in our body, that's attached to our glands. Okay? This shit is deep and this shit is real. This is the science of self that I'm giving you right here, whether you believe it or not. You have an oil, okay, that comes from what is called the claustrum, okay? And I'm about to give y'all a story of Santa Claus right now. You have something called the claustrum in your brain. Back in the day, you used to call it the holy claustrum. Now, if y'all know, the Latin word for holy is Santa, okay? So that's where you get Santa Claus from, Santa claustrum. Because this is the chamber that produces the oil that comes down your spine. Just like Santa Claus comes down the chimney to the base of the spine. You see, well, to the base. That's the same what they're talking about. The Kundalini energy comes from the claustrum and comes down to your spine, okay? And at your spine, it's supposed to come back up, positively charged. Well, what a lot of us do, like I was saying, we don't charge our energy. Our diets fuck our energy up. The acid that we put in our body by itself destroys our Kundalini energy. It destroys our energy. All right? And it automatically makes our shit negatively charged. Just by the acids that we put in our body. How many of y'all drink soda? How many of y'all drink Coca-Cola knowing this shit clean battery acid? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? But anyway, this energy comes down your spine and goes back up to your spine and actually wraps around with your pineal gland. It goes around your pineal gland. All right. It is like I explained earlier, is the fluid that wraps around, and that fluid carries signals. It carries certain type of crystals in it. All right. And it's these crystals that activate all type of cells in your body. They operate the cells in your body. All right. So when you allow this energy, or this energy that comes out your claustrum every 30 days, come down your spinal cord, and then you have your body. This is what you have to do. All right. I'm getting sidetracked because I didn't even explain to y'all what y'all need to be doing. You need to be purifying your body and purifying your mind. This is how you positively charge your body, okay? By putting out positive energy. This shit is real. The mind is very powerful. If you put out positive energy, it will charge your mind. It will charge your body, okay? And then that energy will come back up your spine and activate your pineal gland, okay? Because the universe is consciousness. The universe knows what you're doing, and it's telling your body what to do through that signal. And like I said, the closer you take a step to the universe is going to take 2 steps closer to you. And the closer you get, the more that signal is going to operate and target your pineal gland and send different type of signals through it to try to get it to activate. Okay? So the more spiritual you become, the more you practice spirituality, the more inclined you will become to have this type of energy move through your body. All right? I hope that made sense. But that's pretty much what is going on. Your cerebral spinal fluid comes from a chamber in your brain called the claustrum. It comes down your spinal cord and goes back up your spinal cord. It activates and controls all the cells in your body. Okay? Now, when you positively charge this energy, when it goes back up, it can activate your pineal gland, which activates all the dormant brain cells in your brain. Okay? That gives you 100% health. Okay? It gives you perfect health. It transforms your body into a whole different level of existence. Okay? This is why the pineal gland is so important. This is why you put that Christmas tree in your house. It's because it's representative of what you are to become. A divine being. Okay? I don't know how clear I'm saying this, but I'm not going back and doing it again. So, that's that. All right. Now, this is what I was just talking about. This is the gift that's at the base of the tree. This is why you put presents at the base of the tree, because the gift of everlasting life. This is what happens when your pineal gland is active. That's why you put the star at the top of your Christmas tree, because it's representative of your pineal gland being active, being lit, shining the light through the body, because that's what it does. It flickers actual light energy through the body. Okay? And what is Christ? Christ is the light of the body. Christ is the light of the world. Right? Exactly. This is what is. Why do you wrap garland up and down the tree? Well, originally it was a silver garland and it was a gold one. So you wrap one going down the tree, the silver going down the tree, and then you will wrap the gold going up, representing your negative Kundalini energy coming down, and the gold represents your positive Kundalini energy going up, or your serpent power. Okay? This is what this represents. This is a very spiritual thing. It's actually telling you the science of self for those that understand it. What our ancestors used to do, they put everything in symbols. Everything was symbolic. They didn't actually tell a story. They showed you the story, and you had to figure out what it means. That's what them hieroglyphs on the walls of the pyramids actually is. They are stories told through pictures. Everything represents something. If you understand what it represents, you can understand what these pictures mean. And it's that simple. And that's what the tree is. It's a symbolic representation of what you are to become, a divine being. It is the human body operating at its full potential. Okay? That's what the tree is representative of. Divine consciousness, or the Christ consciousness. This is why you put a Christmas tree in your house during Christmas. It's because it's representation of the Christ consciousness. Okay? Now, I think we handled the Christmas tree. Like I was telling y'all, it's a vibration that we receive from the sun that connects with our pineal gland. Okay? It's called the love vibration. It's think about it like a beam of light and sound. Okay? It's just a beam of energy that we receive from the sun. The whole world receives this energy. Okay? We just got to know what to do with it and know what it does. And I'm going to make a whole nother video about this energy and what it does, what causes it, why it comes. It comes from the sun. It's the love vibration. It's a vibration that we receive from the sun. And I'm gonna explain to y'all why the sun is so important, why the love and vibration is so important in a whole nother video, because that's a whole deep subject. Because a lot of y'all don't know that the sun is the Christ. Okay? The sun is a conscious energy in our universe. Just because we can't think and imitate the sun, you see what I'm saying? Don't think that it's not thinking, it's not acting. Just like, all right, think about it like a spider. You don't know what a spider thinking. All right? You don't know what a spider thinking at all. But you know that it exists. You know that it has a consciousness. Just like our sun. You don't know what it is. You don't know what I mean? We can't communicate with it because we don't know how. You know what I mean? But it still exists. It still has a consciousness. Just even though we can't, well, we can communicate it if we activate our pineal gland, like I've been telling y'all for the last hour. But we have to activate our pineal gland to communicate with our God. Okay? And I know a lot of y'all got lost just now. What? The sun ain't God? The sun ain't... Well, the sun is the portal through what God gets his signal through. Okay? It is the way that God communicates with us. It's through the sun. Okay? And I'm going to prove this in another video. I'm not going to go too much deeper into that. But I'm going to explain this, though. Why do we have Christmas celebrated on December 25th? It's because of the exact reason I just told you. It's because of the sun. Okay? It's because on December 25th, the sun is born again. Let me explain this. All right, let me read this to y'all. The winter solstice is an astrological event that takes place every year. It is the period of time when the sun is in the sky the shortest. The sun stops moving for 3 days from December 22nd through December 24th. Then on December 25th, the sun starts moving again. And the days get longer and life begins again on Earth. Pretty much what the sun does for 3 days, it lays dormant. it doesn't rise or fall a degree. From December 21st to December 24th, this thing does not move. Okay? It doesn't rise, it doesn't fall. Pretty much during the rest of the year, it's either rising a degree. Every day it rises a degree. Okay? But during this time of the year, which is the shortest days of the year, because this is the time that the sun is in the sky the shortest, these 3 days, the sun does not move or rise a degree. Also, the star Sirius, well, let me explain this for you first before I go into that. On December 25th, the sun starts moving again. All right? And this is during way back in the day when people first started studying the sky. They realized that the sun did this every year, that it stopped. And they would say that the sun had died, okay? The sun had died for 3 days and then came back to life on December 25th. This happens every year. This is actual science. This shit, you can look in the sky, on December 21st and see this shit. This is not something that somebody is making up. This is actual science. And when this happens, the brightest star in the sky, which is the Sirius star, is directly above the sun when it rises on December 25th. Also, the 3 stars of Orion's belt is following the Sirius star. Okay? This is where you get your 3 wise men following the brightest star in the sky to where Christ was born. Okay? It's because the Sirius star is directly above the sun when the sun rises on Christmas morning, when the sun starts moving in the air again. Okay? Why is this important? Why should we care that the sun started moving? Because this is the very thing that brings life back to the world. It's the very thing that brings us and gives us energy. It is the promise that tomorrow will be better than today. Okay? Because after the longest night of the year, the sun damn sure always returns. And it always returns and it's going to get more powerful. This is what the winter solstice actually represents. The winter solstice is one of the most important days of the year, and we should continue to practice and study the winter solstice and have Christmas. Even though before I was in my ignorance, I blasted Christmas as a pagan holiday. Now, as you see, I have a different understanding. I have a full understanding of the subject. Okay? Our sun, which created us. Something created our sun, which is the source. But our sun, which created us. You see what I'm saying? This is the celebration of life being renewed, beginning again, okay? This is why you have a Christmas tree in your house, the real reason, all right? This is why they came up with this concept. It's not because of once you understand that the sun is Christ, it is because of the birth of Christ. But the Bible really, as we believe it today, modernized Christianity, because this is not old Christianity tells you the same thing I just explained to you. Early Christians believed the same thing I just told you to. For all you Christians that want to say anything, y'all can go research this. Research Clement of Alexandria. He was one of the earliest Christians ever to exist. Read what he used to write. If you don't believe what I'm talking about, he's telling you the same thing I'm telling. What happened was when Rome came around and created the king, not the King James Version, but created the Bible, they took it and they twisted it. They took the meanings of the Bible and twisted it for their own purposes. Okay? Which is why we believe as we do today. And they killed anybody that would tell you different. I can go through history. I'm going to do a whole video and I'm going to go through the history of how the Roman Catholic Church destroyed the true meaning of Christ, destroyed the true meaning of God, destroyed our whole spiritual process. I'm going to go through all that for y'all because that's what Truth Ministry is about. I want to bring y'all the truth so y'all can know the truth so y'all can operate in your own life, okay? Because the spirituality stuff is real. It's not nothing to play with. This stuff, it can change you, okay? And by changing you, you can change the rest of the world around you. I'm just going to show y'all what I've been taught, and hopefully y'all can teach me something eventually. Or now, maybe somebody can teach me something now. I don't know. But if you like this video, please share it. Please like the page, Truth Ministries. Like I said, this is only my first video of many more to come. And I don't even know if this was a good video, but I hope it was a good video. You know? I hope y'all liked it. I'm bringing y'all the truth the best way I can. I hope you. If y'all need any more explanations, just hit me up. Just comment on the chat or whatever, so we can discuss any questions y'all might have about this video. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Peace and blessings, and I'm out. I thought I was out, but I'm out now.